All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Yak. We're back with the quarterfinals this time. Uh, we got one guy from the previous couple podcasts. Ayub, how you doing, man?
Hey, you was it?
Liking the Neymar. What is that?
Yeah,
What is that? I
he
forgot
needs
what's
he
that
needs some
called.
help staying up. I don't know.
I thought we are doing something here, so
Okay, and then Ahmed. I'm not even sure what that picture is supposed to be representing, but how's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good, chilling.
Is he looking back at your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
have you seen his butt? It's pretty nice.
All right. Things you
All
keep
right.
it PG.
All right. I guess the biggest story is obviously Morocco beating Spain. Um, Not to brag, we predicted it, but just because we knew that Spain was just kind of gonna play like passing sideways, not really shooting that much, which turned out to be true. But Ahmed, what do you think about that game?
Um, I mean, it's like what you said. What happened happened, and uh, my opinion on that is about mostly Spain more than Morocco. I think we know Morocco's been pretty consistent the way they've been playing. I mean, they beat Croatia and Belgium. You could say in a very sim. They didn't beat Croatia, but they beat the way they beat Belgium. You could say they beat the same way Spain. The thing about Spain is that they're very inexperienced and they have one way of playing, in my opinion. And it was simply that they couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. So uh, I think Morocco was just they've been together for so long, not a long time, but long enough where they probably had probably their game plan. To be honest, was to park the bus the entire game and see how far they can take it and get at least one goal. If it goes to penalties, they go to penalties. That's it.
Yeah, Ayub, Enrique officially quit the job today, or got fired, or decided to leave, whatever happened. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about that game?
Yeah, Mourinho ball is always better than tiki taka. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't win tiki taka versus Mourinho ball. He proved that back in what, like 2010, 2011, 2012, something like I don't know. But like, yeah, it's just like I think it's like in this World Cup, counterattacking football and playing more defensive rather than just holding on to possession has been kind of like the overall theme. Like you're gonna win. Most teams win when they're attacking, not just keeping possession. And that's been the whole. That's pretty much soccer, right? Like one one statistic matters, and that's the goal line.
And
But yeah,
probably shots on
Spain
target. Yeah.
Yeah.
probably. And yeah, Spain. They played slow. They had their chances, but there were no clear-cut chances. And Morocco played a good defensive game, honestly. They played really good defensively. Um, and I agree. It's kind of more like Spain just didn't play right. Like Morocco's a team that can be beaten, I feel, and their tactics just don't go well with how Morocco play, and they don't have a plan B. Every team that played tiki taka, Barcelona, Spain, they don't have a plan B when it doesn't work, and that's been the case for years.
Yeah. They had some chances when they brought on I think Nico Williams and Morata, but still they weren't
Yeah,
creating enough chances. And it seemed like they were just passing it like to the wings and then passing it back to the midfield, and then like nobody was trying to actually like take their man on, or like trying to like take a shot, or like even shoot from
exactly.
outside the box. I think like Rodri had one shot, but that was like way too far.
Or
Oh
even
yeah.
like I noticed. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just gonna go off like yeah, if you look at their lineup and the players they have, they really I guess you could say Morata and Torres. I don't know who else off the top of my head. Maybe that young guy who's to the left wing.
Gavi. No.
Fati, Ansu Fati,
Not
Yeah,
or Danny Olmo.
yeah, him. Because I think he
Danny
started.
Elvis. No.
I mean, those are the only people that could be a threat at goal, and they're not really the best at it, compared to other
Yeah,
countries. That's what I was gonna say.
but I feel like Spain looked pretty threatening on the wings, to be honest, and they just kept trying to play through the middle, right? Like cross the ball in. It's not that hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're Morocco is kind of, the Atletico Madrid of this tournament. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. You could
And
tell, like in the end, like all those players were tired, bro.
yeah, I mean they ran their hearts out basically.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, I mean going up against Portugal, Portugal is different, especially when it comes to up top. Um, Especially now that they have a pretty good striker in Ramos, who looks like he's on form right now. Even if he plays or if Ronaldo plays, I feel like they're just more of a threat in the box, and they're more of a threat on crosses. You saw that in the last game as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like um I mean, especially last game. I know it's hard to say because they beat Switzerland 6-1. You could say that Switzerland had a bad day or something, but it's just the way they played. It's total domination. And you see that they're on a roll right now, and even they're just getting better and better, it seems, as the tournament's been going on. Their the chemistry and it's not they're not even playing like the same lineup every game, you know? Like they've been
Yeah.
switching it up. They didn't play Cancelo. I don't remember if Cancelo came on,
I
but
don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so. And even like everyone stepped up. So
I think it was Dallow's first game that he was starting
yeah,
actually.
yeah, it was actually I think those were his first minutes of the tournament. And the fact that they played as if it was their best performance of the tournament. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it doesn't really give an accurate description because I feel like Switzerland just kind of collapsed, to be honest. But
Especially after that
they're
header from Pepe.
yeah. They're like, damn, they really let a 39-year-old score on them. But I mean, they again, Portugal played really well. I think what's the new kid's name?
Right.
Ramos.
Yeah, Ramos played a really good game in place of Cristiano. But I think if the game was tighter and uh there wasn't as much like because you'd like every attack like Portugal dominated they and but in a tighter game they probably won't see this type of success like against other bigger teams. I don't think they're gonna win 6-1. It's definitely gonna be more evenly matched. So again, I would take this result with a grain of salt. I wouldn't say like now they're the best team because honestly, Switzerland just collapsed. But they played a really good game. And I don't know, the big debate is whether they look better with or without Ronaldo. I mean, so far they look better without him, but you can't really tell just because of this game, in my opinion.
That's true. And I feel like maybe besides the first goal, Ronaldo would have probably scored the other chances as well. But it's
Yeah,
probably the
exactly.
other phases of play. Maybe Ramos is a little bit better.
Yeah,
Obviously he's 21 years old. He has a lot more energy to make
yeah,
runs.
exactly.
But I think Portugal showed that they can win in different ways. Like you said, they're playing different players, almost a different lineup, different
Yeah,
sort of players in different positions. And you see how much rotations like Joao Felix and Bruno and Bernardo Silva, like sometimes you see them coming up in the defensive half just to get the ball. And then sometimes you see them like basically on the wing. So like they're interchangeable and
yeah,
they're playing pretty well, good with good chemistry.
yeah.
But who do you guys think who's going to win, Morocco or Portugal? Obviously, Morocco is going to try to probably park the bus again. So
I think this one is going to be Portugal, as much as I want Morocco to win. I think because again, unlike Spain, Portugal is able to win in many different ways, as we mentioned before, right? Like Portugal can play a pretty bad game and still kind of get a win, unlike Spain. And so I think Portugal can. I don't. It depends on how early they score. Like if they score early, they're probably going to win like by three or four.
yeah,
If they
because then it forces Morocco to like come out basically.
exactly, yeah. But if they don't, the big thing about that game is that they have to score early, or else they're going to have a difficult time.
What's your score prediction?
Let's see. I'd have to say 3-0 Portugal.
So you do think they're going to score early?
Yeah, probably.
All right, Ahmed.
I think Portugal will also win. I'd say I'm leaning towards 1-0. I feel like Morocco has a very solid defense. It's going to be hard to break them. Then
Yeah.
again, then again, um, we don't know. I think Morocco is the one team. I don't think they they got conceded an open play yet.
It was just an own goal. That's the only thing they've
Yeah, it was just
conceded.
an own goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't really know how they haven't really been tested in a way like this. Like let's say
Yeah.
they get scored on early, like Ayub said, maybe the gates might be open for Portugal to score more. I mean, you have to look at also the lethal power they have up front. Like whoever they start, let's say they start with the same lineup of Felix, um, Gomez, and who's the other guy? Well, I mean Ramos, and then
Felix Ramos and pretty much
Silva,
Bruno.
Bruno, yeah, and they have Bernardo Silva, Ronaldo, Rafael Leao. I mean, they have so many weapons up front. I don't think you look at who Morocco have faced. Belgium is a broken team, to be honest.
Yeah.
Croatia, they're a very good team, but they're aging. So,
Yeah.
and then other than that, we already talked about Spain. So I think Portugal, they have what it takes to really win it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally haven't seen them go like Morocco go down a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's like I feel like the attacking wise, I mean, they're not bad, right? Like they have some decent players on attack, but we haven't seen them chasing the game. And that's usually where the big score lines come when one team, and especially in this World Cup, when one team concedes early, then you have a big score line generally. But it's either going to end 1-0 or it'll go to penalties or it'll be a big score line, really. I don't know. I don't see Morocco scoring on Portugal, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see them hitting one counter and then trying to keep it at like 1-1 and then basically
Yeah,
trying to go to penalties.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing that Portugal also like, I mean, we're talking about their attack, but their whole team is just very solid. Like
Yeah.
midfield
Exactly.
defense, I don't know if you guys mentioned this in the previous podcast, but I feel like this is their strongest team they've had in a
Yeah,
very long time.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. For sure, definitely.
Sadly, it's with an aging Ronaldo, but imagine.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of crazy
honestly,
that
I think. Oh, sorry. Man.
it was kind of crazy that his best team was like I think they made the semifinal in 2006 and he was like 20 and now they're
Yeah,
probably going to make the semifinal in 2022 when he's like 37 or 38. So it's like they only have talent when he's like old or super young.
And
It's kind of
and not
unfortunate for him.
only, and I feel like arguably their worst team was when they won the Euros in 2016.
For real.
I don't think they won a game in regular time that entire World Cup or that entire Euro.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was either extra time or like penalties.
And all their goals were basically like headers from like either Ronaldo or somebody. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
it was just like in the box delivery, just hoping for a goal. Just cross and inshallah. But probably the most entertaining game. Actually, we'll start with the games tomorrow. Croatia versus Brazil. Obviously Brazil is probably the favorite right now. They look like the best team. Even with Neymar probably, you know, looking for fouls or whatever, and maybe at 80% health. Um, but he doesn't really have to do that much. This is probably Brazil's best team as well since he's been playing.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Ayub, since you're a Neymar hater, but you can't deny that
I
this is
mean, no, I
probably a
mean,
super strong team.
yeah, no, I mean, besides, no, honestly, like, I know earlier on I was saying, like, Brazil looked better without Neymar, but, like, last game against South Korea, honestly, they looked pretty good as an entire team. Like,
Yeah,
Neymar was playing good, he was playing with the team, even though he was trying to get a foul every 5 seconds. But, like, they look better, honestly. Like, Neymar's definitely, like, grown with the team, and the whole team looks pretty good already. So I think they'll win, but Croatia, honestly, they have a lot of experience. They're a pretty experienced team. This is the same team that went to the pretty much the same team that went to the World Cup almost. Was
yeah,
it? I don't know.
yeah, pretty much.
Um, and so they have a lot of tournament experience. And you look at the Brazilian players right now, I mean, a lot of them are brand new, and they do have decent amount of experience. But like, I don't. I think this will be a close game. I don't know. It's hard to predict, but I think Brazil will win. Probably like 1-0, 2-1, something like that.
What about you,
But it's
Ahmed? Do you think it's a
definitely
close
gonna
game?
be.
No. I don't know. I like obviously this is my first podcast, so I haven't really. Uh, my team for the tournament is Brazil. I feel like there's just
Yeah,
a
we all picked the like when we started even with at the group stage, like I think we picked Brazil to win the whole thing. So like
Yeah.
okay,
you're not, yeah.
yeah, we're on the same page on that. And I just, man, I feel like I know it's South Korea, but I feel like if they get one goal, then it's just gonna be lights out for Brazil. And
Well, that's the thing though, right? Like Croatia's like a team, they like okay, they concede, they don't exactly panic like other teams, right?
that's true.
Like
Yeah,
because they still have that experience. And so that's why I don't think it's going to be a huge score line. But like, maybe towards the end, I don't know. Again, you just don't know, but I don't think it's going to be a big score line. I think
I
it's going
think
to be a tough one for Brazil.
my prediction of the score would be I'd say 2-0.
That's a
Yeah,
fair one.
yeah. And they probably won't go crazy.
Yeah.
Because you also have to look at I think like I'm biased, all right. I think Richarlison is like amazing, but you have Vinicius. Obviously, he's very good, but I still don't see him as like a goal scoring threat. People may disagree with me, but
Probably last 18 months probably disagrees with you.
I know I'm
Yeah.
And the
saying,
Champions League.
bro, but I'm saying like he still misses a lot of chance. Like he's been putting in the back of the net, but like some games, like I'll be like, come on, Vinicius, like you gotta. I still think he's
No, I
this.
agree, honestly.
So like I feel like the attacking threats, and you also have to take into consideration like Gabriel Jesus is out now, and really they have just Richarlison. I think even Neymar. We don't know if how fit he is 100%, but then again, it's Neymar at the end of the day. Rafinha, I haven't been really convinced with him in general. That's my opinion. Some people think that
Yeah.
he's really well, but I personally don't think that he's been great. And then Anthony, he's been getting sick apparently in the tournament. I don't know. He's complaining about the air conditioning in the stadiums. So uh, yeah, I feel like this and taking all this stuff into consideration, bro, they're still doing great, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
let's get through.
And they're probably the best at winning the ball back as well with like Casemiro and Marquinhos
Yeah.
and Militao. Like as soon as they lose the ball, they get the ball right back and they push it right back up to the attackers. It's like constant pressure.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're awesome.
Yeah.
Bro, Casemiro is literally like the thing that's like honestly making like the whole team complete, in my opinion. Like he's the bridge between defense and offense, literally. I mean, as
Yeah.
a central
I mean, because the other
defensive
midfielders are
midfielder.
basically Neymar and then Paqueta,
Yeah,
who basically is in the box all the time.
Yeah.
but yeah, they should definitely put in someone besides Rafinha. I don't like the way he's been playing. He seems like probably the weakest link for the whole Brazil team.
But even then, I think he pretty much got the assist for that Vinicius goal last game.
Yeah,
Because he still has speed and still, gets to the line and can cross it. So
yeah,
Yeah, it makes up for it.
yeah, as long as somebody finishes, probably besides him. But who knows? Next game he'll probably score a banger. So we'll
probably.
probably be all wrong.
Remember when we were roasting Richarlison and then he scored that bicycle kick?
Yeah, but that's the
I'm like,
thing. Like
whoops, take it back.
that's the thing. Like even with him and like we'll talk about Giroud later. Like if you keep creating chances, you're probably gonna score.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All right. Anyways, who's next?
so you guys obviously I'm picking Brazil as well. I'm picking Portugal
Yeah.
as well, if I didn't make that clear. Uh Netherlands, Argentina, we might disagree, but we'll start with you, Ayub, this time.
Uh, Argentina hasn't. I mean, they played okay, but they haven't really convinced me, honestly. I mean, that goal, that Messi goal, I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, wow, that's great." I mean, like, wasn't anything like great, honestly. Their attack hasn't been great. Their midfield hasn't been great. Their defense has been all right. I mean, besides against Saudi Arabia, they've been okay.
Yeah.
But like, again, like, I'm not convinced with them. In
Because
Netherlands,
it was Australia and they only won by like basically,
yeah, 2-1.
obviously they only played one goal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
One goal was just a mistake from the goalkeeper as well.
yeah. And then what? Netherlands? I mean, Netherlands looked okay. I think they are on the it's just they're on the same boat as Argentina. Like they don't look great, but again, they haven't they don't look like World Cup winners in my opinion. But I think Netherlands looks a little more organized in my opinion. So I'd have to honestly go with Netherlands on this one. Probably like, I don't know, 2-1, 1-0. Not a big score line.
Yeah, they're playing in the organized kind of structured way. I mean, they pretty much said that their game plan was to let USA have the ball and then
Yeah.
counterattack. So they know how they're gonna play probably.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Like tactically, they just look better than Argentina, in my opinion, which is why I think they'll win. But again, I think it's going to be a close game.
yeah. Ahmed, what do you think?
I agree with everything that you've said. It's just the one thing I just think it's the Messi factor. Uh, like to be like what we said, they weren't very convincing against Australia. And to be honest, I think you guys will agree with me. The only reason they won was Messi.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, probably.
if it wasn't Messi, like Messi played amazing that game. If it wasn't for him, they probably would have gone to extra time or yeah, probably gone to extra time because I didn't see Australia as a big threat, to be honest, until the end.
Yeah, Australia was
Yeah.
probably the worst team in the round of 16
Yeah.
How they even made it, I don't even know.
for real.
But I could definitely see either team winning, but uh I just have to say Argentina just because of Messi. Like if he plays the same way, I know Netherlands are very organized. They might be the most disappointing, uh, statistically tactical team in the tournament. Like they haven't shown much, but they've been so solid the way their tactics have been with Louis van Gaal.
Yeah.
But as long as you have Messi on your team, I feel like there's always a chance. Dude, it's tough, man. I don't know. Like I could see Netherlands winning. I could see if I had to lean towards one side, I'd probably lean towards Argentina, man. I don't know. I can just see Messi pull something out of the hat, but it'd be tough. It'd be tough. I'm not also very convinced by Netherlands' attack, even though they scored great goals against the US. But I feel like also actually I don't know now because there's reports saying that DePaul might not play tomorrow. At least he might not start.
Yeah.
He's basically the
Hmm.
dog of Argentina, you know? Yeah. So
He's always watching Messi's
Yeah.
back.
yeah, bro. And bro, you watch the game, bro. Every foul or any touch on an Argentinian player, the ball is right there at the ref ear, you know?
He's the Draymond Green of Argentina.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. This is I'm gonna give it to Argentina. That's it. I might be wrong, but that's just my
Yeah.
I
gut.
think Virgil van Dijk can probably keep Messi in place.
No,
I don't know
I
because
have a bad opinion of Van Dijk. I don't think he's that.
Like this
He's a
season or
very
just at all?
but no, I mean I think I'll have to give it to Netherlands on this one. I mean like their defense against the US was pretty good. Um and I mean US like okay they're not the best team, but they're definitely better than Australia in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like but again, right, like that game I think tactically like they just got it all right. And I think again Louis van Gaal is a great tactician and I think he'll keep Argentina at bay just because he's tactically superior.
Yeah. And they keep like their players, back. They don't scramble and
Yeah.
send like nine
Because
players up in their attacking
yeah,
half.
like the best thing for Messi would be an open game, right? And Netherlands isn't going to give them an open game. So I'll have to go with Netherlands.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the Netherlands as well, just because they have those, solid center backs. And the only weak spot I see is Daily Blind. So they could, that's basically the left side of Netherlands defense, and that's where Messi likes to play. So I wonder
What
if
you mean?
he's
He's the best player in the team, man.
so I wonder if he's actually gonna start in this game, just because they want somebody on that on that right wing of Argentina, left side of Netherlands defense, just to maybe keep an eye on Messi. But yeah, I'll be interesting to see if they still play back five, because Dumfries
Yeah,
obviously likes to attack. He's basically like a right winger for Netherlands,
pretty much.
especially against the US. I expect it to be a low scoring game probably, and I think Netherlands will just win it maybe by one goal, or even in on penalties or extra time. Obviously,
Yeah.
penalties is obviously a coin flip, but honestly, I trust maybe Netherlands players to score their penalties more than Argentina's, especially like Lautaro Martinez, and who else do they have up front?
Higuain. No, I was
Uh,
kidding.
But yeah, I mean, it was yeah, it was like suspect like when they brought Alvarez off and Martinez was getting, he got like two or three chances like at goal, and
Bro, he missed everything, bro.
yeah,
He literally missed an open goal like 3 times.
you
yeah, I
know
think
what
he shot it
annoys me
over the
about
bar,
that
right?
also? It annoys me that they don't play Dybala.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They haven't played him
honestly,
in a single
Dybala,
session.
he's been playing pretty good for Roma this season.
Yeah,
yeah, man,
But
he knows how to score in the box, and he's probably
maybe
been in those
Messi
situations
doesn't
before.
work him.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, exactly.
he copies his position.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
All right,
Dybala's
who we
used to
got
playing
next?
like basically center forward, so yeah, and they've been playing like Papu Gomez, who's like what 35 or 37, like he's so old.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why like I just think like Argentina, they don't like tactically they're just not playing that great.
Di
Like
Maria might be back.
that's
Di
what
Maria, okay, he's all. I
hey
mean,
yo.
he doesn't have that much pace anymore either.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he's better than Papu Gomez.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the Paul would be a big miss, especially if De Jong can get some touches in the midfield and maybe create a long ball for a Gakpo or Memphis Depay, because they've shown that they're pretty clinical when they get chances.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, again, like Messi could change all of that easily.
And
But
my
he
thing is
he's
that no, go aad, sorry.
oh yeah. But honestly, he's still not like the same Messi that we, you know, grew up watching. So that's also another thing to watch for. You can definitely tell he's aged a lot more. But again, you go ahead.
Also, I think it'd be interesting to see how Argentina line up their defense. If they go with a back four or a back five, or a back three, whatever. Because I think first one thing is Walker Zimmerman or Christian Romero. That's one thing. And oh no, Zimmerman.
Probably Tim Ream.
Oh yeah, either one, bro. And then
I think Tim Ream's better.
yeah, but I like putting it on Zimmerman. It's funnier. I'm a left player. No offense. But what was I gonna say? Oh man, I forgot what I was gonna
I mean,
say.
they're also starting Otamendi, so that's another weakness.
Rip.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Argentina would start with a back three of Martinez, Romero, and Otamendi, or because I feel like they didn't do it against Australia because I feel like they didn't feel the need to do it. And if
Yeah,
I was the coach of Argentina, to be honest, from now towards the final, I'd play with those three in the back because they don't have the best defense in general. They've never had like a very strong or one of the top defenses in any tournament. They've
yeah,
been relying on Messi for the past like 2 decades, or whatever. But
yeah.
yeah,
Even left back Acuna, he's. I mean, he's good, but he's not amazing, and neither is their right back. I forget. I think Montiel or something like that. So like
yeah,
none of their players in defense are outstanding.
that's kind of why I
Yeah, I
think they
think we
start with a
can.
back five.
Yeah, so pretty much just the whole team sus.
Basically, except Messi. And even Messi, I mean, you can tell that he picks his moments of like when he's like, give me the ball and like let me dribble for a little bit.
Yeah, Messi versus Netherlands. Let's just do
That's
Yeah,
why
honestly.
that's why I'll say Netherlands maybe 2-1.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
think
going
that's fair.
Argentina. I'm just gonna pick Argentina. I
You
feel
just
like
want the Argentina Brazil rematch.
Oh, that'd be
Nah,
fun.
I want
I don't know, bro.
Argentina
I just
versus
get bored.
Portugal.
Like, I get bored with watching Netherlands, to be honest. As
Yeah,
much,
honestly, they're not that exciting. I'll agree.
But that's the style of play that you like.
No, no, no. That was what do you call it? Against the US, that was exciting. But other than that, they've been pretty boring.
Okay, that's fair. Um, but yeah, I mean,
But
probably
yeah,
the
I
best.
mean, I'm still. Oh, sorry. Man.
No, you say you're sticking with the
I
Netherlands.
was just gonna say, yeah, even though I won Portugal versus Argentina in the final, I'll stick with Netherlands.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could really see the game going either way, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, probably the best matchup of this round, and maybe the could be the potentially the best game of the tournament, England versus France.
hey
Um,
yo,
Ahmed, what do you think?
I think France wins. Uh, man, it's it's it, it's I'm not even looking from a tactical or talent perspective. Then again, you should because of Mbappe. I feel like you put Mbappe in the field, he can make anything happen. He doesn't even have to
yeah,
do anything the whole game. All he needs is like one moment. And then just going back at England, I feel like England will choke. They weren't that impressive against Senegal, in my opinion, until they scored that goal. They broke Senegal. That's the thing.
yeah,
I think once they scored that first goal, it was over. But I think, bro, like France have, as long as you have Mbappe, and then their team's just solid all around. You can literally play their second team, and they can compete with England, in my opinion. And it also takes in. Uh, I'm one of Southgate's haters, and I don't. I think he's very poor at managing his players. Finally, he started Foden, and I think last game was actually his probably his best lineup he's had this tournament in terms of like not being an idiot for once.
He was almost forced into it because of Sterling having to leave.
Yeah, and Sterling coming back. Well, is he going to be back once the game's on Saturday,
I
right?
doubt he's gonna start if he's just coming back to Qatar.
Again, the
for the
South.
betterment of England, I think it's best if he doesn't come back.
Yeah,
I mean, he was starting Mason Mount as well, which was kind of weird as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
bro, like that dude hasn't even played good like for like who knows how long.
and that's the problem with Southgate, bro. Like he has clear. Then again, like no one was. Everyone was saying don't start Maguire. Maguire's had a good tournament, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, he has. He's played pretty good,
But
even
this is
though
the first
he's
time they're probably gonna play like a real top class forward.
Yeah, I mean, who
yeah.
are you gonna put? I love Dyer, but like I don't. Dyer can't do much better than
Yeah,
Maguire.
I mean that's probably their biggest weakness, right? Center back and
Unless you want to put Kyle Walker at center back, but that's going to be a fun matchup to actually watch. Mbappe and Walker.
yeah.
That's going
Honestly,
to be
I
a
don't
fun tournament.
I think England's defense is pretty decent. Like it's in my opinion like it's almost better than France's. Like France, I feel like their defense hasn't it's probably their weakest spot, but like their attack and midfield is just so strong that it doesn't really matter in my opinion. But their defense, I mean Varane isn't who the same Varane that he was like back in his prime. Like
Yeah.
honestly, he's kind of like past his prime. And I mean their defenders again are okay, but none of them are like fantastic, you know? Like Tio Hernandez, he's okay.
And he
Uh
he likes to attack too, so I could see that
yeah,
being a attack point for England.
yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I mean,
I think England
I
will
could
probably sit back, right? Do you guys think so?
that would probably be smart of them.
I don't see Southgate being the manager to sit back though. I feel like
That's what he does usually.
does he?
I mean, that's what he did in like the Euros.
That's I guess yeah. I just uh also I think a big thing, and I'm not being biased here because I'm not even that big of a fan of him anymore. But I think if Kane has a bad game or something happens to Kane, it might because they play through Kane even if he doesn't score. You know,
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
practically
he's
their
basically dropping into that center
he's
circle.
doing Mason Mount's job. All
Yeah.
right, so like. if Mason Mount is on the field and then Harry Kane's not getting the ball to give service to like Saka or Foden or Rashford, then I don't see them scoring. Foden, if Foden doesn't get the ball, I don't see them scoring.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
France definitely gonna have the probably more balanced team, I think. But I don't know. It probably will just be a one special moment in the game. Probably Mbappe or Kane or one of those guys.
nah, Giroud's gonna score a hat trick. Watch, 3 headers. Watch.
Giroud
That'd be
versus Maguire is the matchup of the century.
That's
Forget
actually
about
that's another good matchup, to be honest. Both good in the air.
yeah,
Yeah, they're both good in the air. They're both pretty powerful,
Yeah.
but Giroud makes less mistakes.
and they're both like pretty clumsy as well. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much like freedom Mbappe and Dembele have on the wings, or like is England gonna pretty much drop like because they're gonna play like Henderson and Rice, so they're pretty much playing defensive midfield for
Yeah,
them. How much they get back on the wings and even Saka like for Arsenal and for England as well, they're basically making him track back on defense as well. So
Good
yeah.
question. I forgot, but did Mason Mount start against Senegal? I don't think so.
I don't
no, they
think so.
started
I think they brought
Henderson
him on.
and
Yeah,
Bellingham.
and that was good. I think they should start the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think again, this will be. I think it's too close to call unless England chokes as usual. But I'm gonna have to go like 1-0 France, honestly. 1-0, or it's gonna go to penalties.
I'm thinking 2-1 France. I feel like it's gonna go to extra time. I feel like France will score before extra time. If not, then it'll go to PKs and France will win.
Yeah, because uh, as long as honestly, England has a chance as long as Sterling doesn't play.
I could
I mean,
see England scoring as well. Like, I mean, like what Ayub said earlier, like France. One thing I think is that France's defense hasn't been really tested by like a top team, and also
Yeah,
just in general, like you look at the people, look at Varane, he's not the same as he used to be. If they start whatever is his name, Upa Meccano, uh,
I
like
think he was actually pretty good. But
good, yeah, yeah. I would be surprised even like I don't know if you think they're gonna start Varane. They might actually, yeah.
I
Or
think so.
or
yeah,
Konate.
since he's been fit, they've been starting Varane and I think Upamecano.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, again, like Varane's not the same, and Upaman Combo is Kano is he's good in my opinion, but yeah, they just haven't really been tested by a big team yet. So
Yeah.
it's just too soon to tell.
Yeah,
And I think their
neither
defense
team has
was
really been tested by like a really good forward or really good, team, obviously.
yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, I think France would edge out in my opinion.
yeah, I think we all agree France is gonna win. I think I also give the edge to France just because Mbappe is the probably the best player on the field, and I think
Nah,
Mbappe
Giroud, bro.
and Mbappe and Dembele are a lot more experienced than Foden and Saka. I know Foden's been in a lot
Yeah,
of games, but Mbappe and Dembele just have that different, experience and
yeah.
World Cup experience. So I would give
And
the
we
edge. I
shouldn't
would give the edge to France.
and we shouldn't overlook Dembele. I forgot about him, to be honest. Like everyone's gonna be looking at Walker and Mbappe, but I could see Dembele
Luke
rip up
Shaw.
Luke Shaw, yeah.
Honestly, Dembele puts in like he's almost like Sadio Mane. Sadio
Yeah.
Mane is better in my opinion, but like they literally play like their play style is pretty similar. Like he puts in a lot of work,
Dembele's
and
so underrated, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
and he's
exactly.
and
He's
he's pretty
really
much two
underrated.
footed. He can go left or right. Like you can really can't
Yeah,
tell the difference if he's left or right footed.
like literally all the work Mbappe doesn't do, Dembele makes up for it.
Yeah, that's true. It's all it's pretty similar to like Salah and Mane almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Except Salah sucks.
he couldn't get 1 point at the World Cup.
And Mane got to the round of 16 without even playing a minute.
Without even being on the team, he got to there.
Yeah, he's just like posting Instagram pictures in Munich. I think I saw him post today or yesterday. But yeah, it should be a fun quarterfinals. I think they're all pretty close games except for maybe I think they all have potential to be close games.
Yeah, but I think except for Portugal and Morocco, I think the rest of them aren't as clear cut.
Yeah. And you never know.
And even
Morocco can
Morocco
still
has the
park the bus
potential.
to
Yeah,
another
exactly.
PKs.
Mourinho ball. Do you see Mourinho on the touchline instead of the Morocco coach?
Now Simeone. Simeone is about to take the national team job for sure. He's like, damn, this is working.
Now he's gonna be the new coach for Spain. Watch.
Oh my
Apparently
God.
they appointed some like U21 guy, under 21's
What
coach.
the heck? Yeah, they're losing next time too.
That can't be that can't be permanent though, I think.
I don't know. Or maybe it's just for like the Euros next time or something, but
Oh my
we'll
God.
see.
Honestly, though, I didn't think Spain like they're. I don't think they should have fired Luis Enrique. Like he didn't play. He didn't do a terrible job. It's
I
just like they don't really have
The thing is he picked the players though,
clinical.
right? And he picks like he
Yeah, that's
doesn't
true.
start Morata, he doesn't start um Nico Williams probably should have played over
Yeah.
Asensio. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean Morata, yeah, I think he should have started against Morocco and they would have because the thing is Spain, their focal point what it used to be David Villa. And then they started struggling once they didn't really have like a clear-cut striker.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have a focal point. And that's the same way like what do you call it? Brazil used to play or not Brazil, Barcelona. Like they always had that focal point in Messi, right? Like, and with tiki taka, you always need a focal point. You can't play with like a false nine. You can't play with someone who's not a day in, day out striker, in my opinion. And that was where they messed up, honestly.
And
But they
they
didn't
didn't
look like
really
a bad
adapt
team.
either that much.
Exactly. And but they honestly like I think it's just like a team in transition, right? Like they're going from like Xavi, Iniesta to like whoever these people are. But
Gavi and Pedri, but you still had Busquets. I don't know. They put Rodri at center back just so Busquets could play. It's like, bro, just sub out Busquets.
literally, I didn't. He looked pretty. I mean, he's not the same Busquets that he used to be. And again, right, like they have up and coming players. None of them really have much experience, and they're just a team in transition, really.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think Ahmed might see Busquets in Inter Miami next year.
uh,
Wait,
But
uh,
isn't Messi going there next year?
I don't know,
that
man.
was a rumor, but I doubt it for next year. I feel like next year is too soon for MLS for him, right?
Yeah,
You would think so.
even it's too soon for Ronaldo, so it's probably too soon for Messi too.
I hope Ronaldo. I don't know. I don't feel too bad with Ronaldo if he ends up going to Saudi, but that would surprise me that he would want to go.
Yeah,
His competitive
I feel
edge.
like he would just retire instead.
I don't see it like
yeah,
what's the like if you're Ronaldo, like what do
You-
you have the money, bro, already.
Yeah.
yeah. He doesn't care about the money.
Yeah.
He's making more money off Instagram than from Manchester United.
And he's gonna still continue to make like tons of money off of Nike and whatever else sponsors
Yeah,
he has.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
exactly. So he doesn't really care much. I think he's gonna end up in Sporting Lisbon.
There's rumors, I don't know how important or big it is. Like he was having all his cars like shipped back to Lisbon.
wait, are they in the Champions League?
Yeah. I
They
don't know
are.
if he's still in it. I think they are, but
I don't
wait,
know.
It's
no. Well, they were in Tottenham's group. I don't even remember. I know Tottenham made it. I think
Nah, I don't think they made it.
who else was in Marseille and Frankfurt? I think they made it.
No, Porto's in the Champions League and Benfica, but not Sporting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
he'll go to Porto with
Hey, yo,
I think
Benfica.
Pepe's there, right?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. He might go to Porto.
We'll see. But
That would be interesting.
honestly, like I think if he agrees to be like a sub, like he should go to Real Madrid for sure.
Yeah. Or he can go to Arsenal. They need someone to replace Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, honestly, I
Ooh.
think Arsenal should sign Felix or Ramos, one of those guys.
Yeah,
Well, Felix, I
Sergio
think
Ramos.
I think Felix
Gonzalo.
will leave Atletico.
Yeah, I saw Felix is trying to leave because I don't think like you can tell that he just plays different for Portugal than he does for Atletico.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's gonna be it for this time. Looking forward to these
Okay.
4 games, and I think the semifinal starts like next week. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for those games, and then we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for joining me. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, yo, bit. See you.